moonboard in my backyard now. It's awesome! Hello everybody! So this is my build of the moonboard for my backyard. I originally intended it to be 40 degrees, but after finding it way too difficult, I had to change it to 25. Normally in the gym I could climb about V3s, but 40 degrees was just a big jump for me and I wasn't ready for it, so I ended up having to change it. Plus, I saw the added benefit of having my family use it as well, like the kids and my cousins. So that was my thought process behind it. Most gyms don't have a 25 degree board, so I saw it as a progression for a 40. So starting the build, I went on Moonboardcom. They have this really helpful drop-down menu that switches between currency. So yeah, just quick tip. I bought the holds, school set holds A and B. I didn't have enough money for C, so I didn't buy those. You would think that it would cost around 600 bucks, but with the XVAT, it came out to $772, which was a lot of money. Here's where I made my first mistake. I bought the holds, but I forgot the bolts and the footholds. So the holds don't come with the bolts included. I didn't know that because I'm a climbing noob. But that did end up costing me extra because if you buy it with the holds, that whole bulk order will give you free shipping. I had to pay shipping for the bolts, buying separately. I bought the plywood from Home Depot, and because this wall was going to be outside, we painted it with outdoor paint. We did put a primer coat on it, if you were wondering. The next step I took was drawing out all of the holes to be drilled for putting in the Tnuts. For moonboard dimensions, they do have the listed dimensions on the website. I'll put it in the description below. But yeah, it took a while because there were 3 boards and it really helps to have a T-square. I went back to Home Depot to buy some 2x4, the 12-foot version, and I recommend buying about 10. It sounds like overkill, but if you have a lot, it saves you some trips to the store if you run short, and sometimes I found myself needing it as support for the build. I didn't want to make a wooden base frame, so we did buy some concrete to bury in the 2x4 posts later for a secure attachment. I recommend getting the 90-pound version. It's literally dirt cheap and it gives you more wiggle room. Here you can see that we bought a lot of different kinds of wood, like the pressure treated stained wood. We just wanted to experiment because we weren't sure how we were going to build the moonboard yet. Here's the 7/16 drill bit that you need for the Tnuts. I used 2 types of screws, the 1.5-inch screw to attach the plywood to 2x4 and also this 3-inch screw to attach 2x4s together. Here's a shot of all of the 2x4s we used. We just used some regular and experimented with some stained pressure treated ones, which cost just a little bit more. We also bought a 4x6 by 8 foot post, which was used to repair a pull-up bar that was eaten by termites at my house. Coincidentally, this pull-up bar would also be the back of the moonboard wall because I did not want to attach the moonboard to my house. It kind of worked out because I had a moonboard and a pull-up bar, so win-win. I bought the Tnuts from Escape Climbing. I chose the 3-hole version besides the industrial or the pronged versions. It worked out well. I did not have a problem with any single one of them, and it also comes with the screws. The 7/16 drill bit worked pretty well, except on the backside it did chip or spray some wood that would be like stuck to the wood later, but it was easy to just peel it off. Most of the Tnuts that you screw in will cover these splits anyways, so it was fine. So here's the pull-up bar post that I was talking about, the 4x6 by 8 foot post. It's attached to the ground with the 4x6 post bracket, and it's pretty cemented down there and pretty secure. Here we're building the kicker board that the Moonboard has. You just basically need to follow its dimensions and then put in some support on the inside. The wall used 4 support beams, and at the left end you can see that there's an angle cut. We cut it at 50 degrees because we intended at first for the Moonboard to be 40 degrees, but that was changed later. Also added in some horizontal beams just to help prevent with the warping because it is outside. The plan was to attach the top of the Moonboard with chains to the pull-up bar as support, and so we bought some eye socket screws, chains, and some chain extending adapters that helps you tighten the chains, and we just pulled it up. Right here we did put in some 2 wooden blocks, like wooden holds right there to support the wall while we were adding in the chains and before we put the 2 side supporting posts, because we really didn't trust it at this point. But we dug holes that will later be cemented just to have a very secure base. For extra redundancy, we added 1 post directly under the wall and 1 to the side for support. If you buy Moonboard holds, they come super fast, but what lags is the bolts. It took about 3 weeks for them to ship it to me. I couldn't wait, so I bought some escape bolts, which worked fine with the Moonboard holds. They have a lot of size varieties, so I see myself using it in the near future. I didn't buy a lot of bolts from escape climbing because I had some from moon climbing coming, so this was all I could put up during the first day. And here's just a clip of me helping my cousin up because the wall is really hard to climb and he just wanted to try it out. Just something to look back to. Man, I was so excited when moon climbing bolts finally came in. It took 3 weeks, and on the website they do clearly state that their hardware does take a long time to get out compared to their holds, but it was well worth the wait since the bolts were a lot cheaper. We finished! Yeah! Alright, what's up guys? We're back at Home Depot again because I need to buy some wood to make my Moonboard from 40 degrees to 25 degrees. 40 degrees is a little too hard. We made the mistake of buying wood that was too short for the 2 side posts that we would replace. Since the 25 degree Moonboard was a lot taller and we only had 8 foot posts, we resorted to putting it halfway up the Moonboard, which resulted in having to make a raised cement base, since at the bottom there was already cement from the past build. So for the future, I see myself digging up everything and redoing the cement with the posts, just for safety purposes. So we came back to Home Depot again. And we got some insulation boards for the back of the Moonboard. The struggles of not having a truck. We didn't really think this through because we tied it to all the doors. So now we have to crawl in through the windows. We can't open the doors. that pretty much wraps up this video, y'all. Super satisfied with this build. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment at the bottom. Like and subscribe if you want to. And yeah, I hope to make some future videos of how this moonboard holds up and how I progress through climbing. Peace.